me show you this case. This is a, again, Aviators night vision imaging system case. It's got a pressure release valve on top. It is waterproof. It has a weather seal. It's got 2 latches on the front, 2 on each side. And it's got DJI stickers blanking on the corners of it. So I'll probably end up taking that off. I really don't want anyone to see or to have any idea of what actually might be in this. Even though the case itself is cool, you don't want to flaunt the fact that we got a $1,200 quadcopter in it. The case itself came with foam along the outside and the top and bottom, and someone had already cut up some pieces out of it, but I was able to cut the foam. Alright, here she is. So you can see I've got everything I need in here. It fits, it's compact, ready to go to the field. So I've got a slot here for the Nexus 7 tablet. I got an SD card reader slot here, my USB micro SD card reader in case I'm on the road and for some reason need it. I've got a spot for actually 2 batteries. You can fit one inside the aircraft and one here. Spot up front for the cable. Got the controller. I'll kind of explain the foam here on the side, and in the back here we've got the set of props, and below it a set of the extra props that DJI gives you. On the top you can see, so I've got the foam set to where it puts pressure on the center and on the corners of the quad's motors. This actually fits so snug and perfect that with this press down on it, this thing's not going to move anywhere. It's not going to go anywhere. So I was able to actually cut the foam, lay it on top of some super glue or some hot glue sitting on top and on each motors, shut it, kind of press down to make sure it seals, locked it, let it dry, lifted it back up, and now I know that these squares are exactly where I need them to hold the quad in place. Now this piece of foam here I got around the controller. I've got it glued on the bottom the side of the foam here so that you can fold over and protect the back of the controller. Come over across the top, check the top of it, and this piece of foam actually lays on top of this piece and sandwiches down on it to make sure that this doesn't move. So let's take it out and I'll show you how we've got the gimbal set up, or how I got the gimbal protected. So again, it's got a slot here for the tablet, micro SD, SD cards, cable, battery, controller, and the quad itself. Alright, okay, so you can kind of see how I've cut this up. So I was able to make all of this out of existing foam that was around the ring here. This is an L-shaped piece of foam here that's actually sits, the vision and positioning sensors sit right on top of here, and the gimbal sits in place here. So the back of the gimbal slides up against the back of this piece of foam, and the gimbal bracket that keeps it from moving, I keep on it, you know, when I'm not using it, will slide perfectly into that square so that the gimbal stays in place. The legs straddle these spots, so it's got really nowhere to go. This piece of foam is removable, and I've actually got it where you can, if you wanted to bring the controller or the charger with you, you could slide it in here. You could put it up on the, you know, on the side, wrap the cable up in this area, still have room for the controller. And here you can see the indentation I made. That is for this spot right here on the controller. And then I've cut out a slot here for the handlebar so that it has a nice slide and fits in there. So there's really no way of screwing that up. It's going to fit snug once the quadcopter is set in. And just to quickly pack it up, I'll show you guys how portable and easy it is to pack this thing up. Again, take the aircraft, flip it over, you can see the indentation right here will slide right to the bottom. So I can't fold this up. See, and it fits right in place. It's got nowhere else to go, so it's one spot only for it. So that slides there. We'll go ahead and put this back, the controller in the slot. Be careful with the antennas. That fits right into the groove here, folds over, tab it in place, extra battery, SD card, rear. And the propellers will go here. Now, honestly, I don't like where these propellers are at. This is temporary. I'm actually coming up with a better solution. Something I could hopefully put into the back case area. What I'll most likely do is find a way to position the props up here. This will give me extra storage, more real estate in the case, and keep these from bumping and pressing on top of each other, and possibly bending them, chipping them, or just damaging the props. So I really need a better solution besides putting them into the slot that I have in the back. So if you guys have any ideas, please feel free to let me know. I'm probably going to come up with something to hold them here, and that'll give me a little more room. So anyways, you can see also another view of the squares holding it down. Okay guys, there you have it. That is it. Just kind of give me a general overview of this case's size. So there you go. It's got US property on the front. It's got along the back.